Luke, it's not very far away now. Today is the 11th of October. In 12 days' time, the Otago Regional Council will meet and it'll determine whether or not it's going to institute its draft land and water regional plan. If you're a betting man, Luke, how do you think that's going to turn out?
Yeah, sorry, Michael. I just missed a little bit of that, but I'll try and guess what you said. I'm on the road actually to Dunedin. My gut feeling is there might be a bit of sympathy after the flooding and stuff last week, but I don't know if that'll be enough sympathy for the 7 councillors to change their vote at this point.
No, neither do I. So you're expecting that in about 12 days' time, I must admit I'm expecting it too, that the Otago Regional Water Plan will put into place this Maori spirit-infused Te Mana o Te Wai, their draft land and water regional plan, and then, as they said in Southland, you're probably going to have to get a consent to farm, aren't you?
Yeah. At this stage it would appear that way. We had a response back to from the Minister of the Environment this week, which said even if they do push on, their hopes and dreams will be very hard to implement once the government changes their rules.
Yeah, the government will change their rules next year, but in the meantime, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, Luke, that the moment the government, the councils of New Zealand say we're going to put the draft plan out there for public consultation, it actually becomes operative. It doesn't become operative after the process is finished. It becomes operative from the moment that it's published, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. And it just gets more and more and more expensive, right?
Well, and it does mean that... so let's just run this one through. I'm a farmer. I'm you, Luke. You're going to try and renew a resource consent to take water for irrigation purposes, just as an example. We'll take that one. You're going to have to go to the council and say, I want to renew my consent, and then the whole thing starts all over. And then the government says, well, there are new rules that we're going to bring in next year or sometime, presumably next year. You're going to have to go and do it all over again. I mean, doesn't that seem slightly ridiculous to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. And from my understanding, and some of that, say I am an irrigator and I am a dairy farm at the same time, I'm going to more than likely need a consent for my irrigation water. Plus, say that same water is used for cooling of milk, I'm going to need another one for that. Or if I choose to use that water for heating of something, I'm going to need another one for that. Even though those same waters could be recycled, for instance, and back out to irrigation, still going to need consents across the board.
Yes. So does the government need... Well, it's got options, I guess, but does it actually need to bite the bullet and impose itself, given that it has a mandate from the public of this country?
Yeah, I think it does. I think we're really getting down to that crunch point. It doesn't, like we said, it doesn't appear that the defiance of some councillors is going to change. Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting territory if this goes through, right? It kind of sets a precedent across the country.
Yes, and I would have thought that that's something that this government would be desperate to avoid, because if Otago just, it flashes the middle digit at this government, then surely that's going to, and gets away with it, then surely that's just going to engender the same reaction from regional councils all throughout the country.
Yeah, exactly. Or those regional councils that may have similar alignment to our one.
Yeah, that's right.